Last summer was one of the driest in Okanagan history as the valley went 84 days with virtually no precipitation. It was another reminder of how arid our climate can be and of the severe water shortages we could face in the future. How to deal with a major drought was the focus of an unusual event in Kelowna today. Barry McDivitt reports on the drought games.
Drought devastated a huge part of the American West this year, while most of BC, including the Okanagan, had one of the driest summers on record. Some scientists think drought is the new normal.
We're talking about drought in the Okanagan, and how is it that we can best manage during periods of multi-year drought? We saw drought that was 3 years long in 1929 to 31. We anticipate at some point in the future there's going to be another long-term drought.
You look at the rainfall totals, for example, in July, average is 30 mils.
This is called a drought tournament. It's based on military-style war games. Various teams are given drought-related scenarios and compete to come up with creative and cost-effective solutions. Developed by Agriculture Canada, this technique is being tested across North America by a wide variety of specialists and organizations.
Obviously, people with a technical interest in water management, but also NGOs, farmers, local government. It's really quite fascinating to see the range of people that have played this game.
Experts from across Western Canada are attending this exercise. Their ideas could eventually help the Okanagan cope with a severe drought.
You have probably, despite the aridity of this area, adequate water supplies. It's not abundant, but if you manage them carefully, you ought to be able to avoid the worst problems of all but the most extreme drought conditions.
It's been decades since the Okanagan suffered a genuine drought, but water shortages aren't unusual. In 2003, one of the worst forest fire seasons on record, there were some bitter disagreements between various stakeholders over how to share scarce supplies.
It was quite disturbing to see the user groups that were interested in the water, you know, from the domestic use to the agricultural use to the water for fish, to the environmental use. And interesting enough, at the end of the day, the environmental and the fish issue came out on top.
It's a debate that will probably be repeated in the future as municipal reservoirs drop and farmers worry about saving their crops.
We're all noticing that the weather is changing, and droughts and big storms are becoming a problem widely. So yes, I think people are waking up to the problem.
This type of exercise has also taken place in parts of the U.S. that have recent experience in dealing with the devastating effects of drought. In Kelowna, Barry McDivitt, CHBC News.